Glenn and Sébastien. We are the Montreal Guitar Trio. We've been playing together for almost 14 years now. And yeah, we like to meet people like in this forum just to tell you a little bit about what we do, the way we decided to do it, and the influence we had. We're going to give you some example. We are going to show you a little bit how we use the guitars and why, and is it expensive to repair them? And we all come from a similar background. Actually, we started the guitar when we were teenagers. We started with the electric guitars, just for the same reason that anybody, girls. And we all really liked music and went into music, and for a mysterious reason, after many years, each on our side, we started to get interested in the classical guitar. Why, I don't remember. But we all decided to go and study the classical guitar at college first, and then university, and we met during our studies. But what actually brought us together is the idea of being interested in a very wide range of music styles. And we were, during our studies, we were really in the classical repertoire and stuff, and playing like the Bach and the guitar music and everything, but we're still interested and really open to lots of world music, in rock music, in jazz music, and folk music, and that was without being very clear at that time. We were searching, I think, a way of putting all that together and find a way to play all the music that we like, actually. And that's probably what brought us together 14 years ago. And we just came together and started. We were really fresh from school, so we were really into classical music, but already our first repertoire was made of some Brazilian music, tango music from Argentina, and spaghetti western music from Ennio Morricone's music scores. We've always been really excited about Ennio Morricone's music, and I think since 14 years we never made a performance without playing Ennio Morricone. It would be our big guy, actually. But very soon, because we were, all three of us were guitar players, and a guitar group is not the same thing as of course, a band with percussions on the side and bass on the side and vocals and all of this very different sounds for orchestration. We were kind of stuck with 3 times the same instrument. So when we were arranging our music, we were stepping on each other's feet. We had to learn how to arrange and make the music efficient. And very soon we realized 2 things that it's been very important for our career and our approach to music, and that's especially those points that we like to discuss and show to people, because we think it's really important in developing the music. The 2 things are, first, the guitar can be used as a sound object, and there's many ways of finding different sounds on it that can be orchestrated and sound sometimes like other instruments, but I'm talking about non-conventional ways of playing the guitar. And in our case, it's been it became a kind of a trademark for us. That's our approach to music. And the second thing, what is the second thing? It's yeah, and the guitar. The guitar is a very special instrument. It has a status among instruments that is very different, because guitar is a very popular instrument, and there's many ways and styles of playing the guitar. So when you learn, you're trained as a classical guitar player, you learn the classical technique and you play the classical music. And some people play the folk, folk guitar and play like country music with a pick, or they play the finger style. But it's I don't know how to say it in English, but it's very compartmental. They don't do another thing. It's kind of rare to see a heavy metal guitar player that also plays the classical and do some jazz gigs. You know? There are some, but not as many. But there are very well-known styles and technique on the guitar that everybody knows. The rock technique, the jazz guitar, the classical guitar, the flamenco guitar. But there are lots of others that are less known, like those very beautiful and mysterious Indian slide guitars. And the Africans have many ways of playing the guitar that are really non-conventional. And all the percussions that the flamenco guitar can do. And all those techniques, all of them are very particular techniques, but since recently, there's not a lot of people had the idea, very simple idea, to just borrow some techniques in a way of playing and playing it in another language. I don't know if it's clear the way I explain it, but that's mostly the thing we've been doing since 14 years. And we all use those sounds, and it allows us to, because our repertoire is very, very eclectic, so it allows us to play, to do arrangements from Rossini and Mozart, and play jazz standards, and play some rock music, and some electronic-inspired music, or film music. It gave us lots of freedom because because our tastes are really eclectic. If we feel like doing what would be a style that we never did so far. But if we have the idea of doing this completely not in our Maori music, yeah, we're allowed to do it because we have this eclecticism and we have this approach of finding those sounds and everything. So after that, we'd like to just play a piece for you and give you an example of that. It's not all the techniques that we use, of course, but in that piece, it's really very typical of our style and approach of playing, and we'd like to play it. It's a kind of variation on the spaghetti western theme, very, very well-known spaghetti western theme from the movie Once Upon a Time in the West, that we played in its style, and then it's getting influenced by other styles of music, Spanish music, and it ends with a blink at the East European music. And, there are percussions in there, there are different kind of sounds. So just to give you an idea, after we will explain a little bit how we do those things, but we're going to give you this example of